Can you remove the bucket for just a second?
We can. All right, we can get actually serious. Beautiful.
White Tupac video.
What about it?
I liked it.
This is a Because Design Matters exclusive.
Now with the bucket.
This is a Because Design Matters exclusive.
93.3. We are here with... What's your name? I got you all messed up with headphones that aren't plugged in.
Wait. Oh, my headphones aren't in?
Oh, no.
Okay, we good? Check.
Who do we got here in front of us?
We have the Bohemian Bucket, Yasiin Drake.
Yasiin Drake.
Well, now, Luke, I am your father.
Get right into it. What is this bucket about?
Right.
Actually, before you start, you got 60 seconds to promote whatever you want to promote. Look into this camera with your bucket on, and tell me what you want to promote.
I would like to promote all of the buckets in the world who are of the Bohemian lineage. Most Def, Yasiin Bey, I am with you, my brother. Drake, we are coming to get you, my brother. Buckets unite.
You probably got 20 more seconds.
20 more seconds? All right. Well, as of today, when are people going to watch this? This is the thing.
Next
listening,
Monday.
All right, so people listening, as of tomorrow, check it out. MLNY, Bohemian Bucket, Yasiin Drake, the music video dropping. For people next Monday, it is already available, and you can check it.
You already watched it.
Hopefully, and if not, then go watch it now.
And you're looking at it. Not in the flesh. You got a bucket on, so it's not in the flesh. It's
not
like
in the flesh, in the plastic.
In the plastic. Know what it kind of looks
like?
We're
full petroleum right here, baby.
Now that we're looking at it, I kind of see a little bit of there's a Lego headness going on to it.
Oh, yo, you know what? I didn't actually. Yellow wasn't really what I was going for,
you
but
got
now
like
you say
the perfect little eyes for it too.
Yeah.
Can you see up both those eyes right now?
I can actually very well.
Because I can see one eye, and then I can see
one eye open like CBS, PBS.
How's your day? How was your day today?
My day was it's difficult when you walk around with petroleum.
I bet this is Mills Grills. You want to see this is Mills Grills? Pizza. Hold on a second. Hello?
Hi, I'm Anna Williams. Yes, I called to Mr. Dick Glenn Sweeney.
Who are you trying to speak to?
Anna Williams. I'm calling on behalf of SimCorp.
You're calling on behalf of who?
Sim Corporation.
I think you're gonna have to call back at another time. Yeah, we're live on the radio right now.
Yeah, maybe try like 7:30 a.m.
Yeah, try tomorrow at 9 a.m.
Oh, sure, I will. Thank you.
No worries. Have a good evening. What, they got me doing customer service now in here?
I was going to say, does that happen often?
That has never happened before.
That's nuts.
Anyways.
Is that a request line? Why the fuck did she get...
I don't know how she get a number.
Wait, we're not supposed to cuss, right?
Let's try not to.
Okay.
Now, your day.
My day.
Good? Bad?
Well, when you walk around with a piece of hard petroleum on your head, it's kind of hard to enjoy yourself.
I'm sure.
Life is a struggle most days.
What'd you have for lunch today?
You don't really eat when you walk around with a piece of hard petroleum on your head.
No.
No.
That makes sense.
You just eat the spirits of the people in which you come across.
So I noticed when you posted a snippet of the video, you said, was it peace or violence? Was that the two options?
Peace, yes. Sometimes you wake up and you choose peace. Other days you wake up and you choose violence.
What did you choose yesterday?
Yesterday I chose violence.
And today?
Peace.
And tomorrow?
Tomorrow is nothing but violence. It'll be bloodshed.
It's going to be a good day.
I think so, too. I think in today's PC society, people are so bent up on adhering to other people's feelings. Sometimes you just need to beat people's BUTTs up and just let them know what it is. I promote bullying.
Nothing better than a BUTT whooping.
Yep, I agree 100%. You got to open that can of whoop.
When's the last time you opened the can of whoop BUTT?
Well, you know what, actually? It was yesterday when I chose violence.
It's a good day.
Yeah, it is just like Ice Cube said, yeah.
I like your shirt.
Thank you very much. I can't say what it says live on air, but
Don't say what it says.
I won't.
But they can see it.
They can see it.
For the YouTubes.
Shout out to my man Wendigo.
I feel like I could like redub everything you're saying because they can't see your mouth moving. I could totally change your answers to all of this. I just thought of it now. I'm gonna have you say
wow. Chinese flick, you know what I mean?
Because they don't see your mouth. They don't. Who knows what you're saying right now? Huh.
That's actually pretty funny.
I got a lot of editing to do when this is all said and done.
Right? I just put a bucket on your head and you can get the sound effects.
Get away with it. We'll figure it out. I'll just chop all your answers up. We'll just put it in a different order. Now, can you remove the bucket for just a second?
We can. All right, we can get actually serious. Beautiful.
White Tupac video.
What about it?
I liked it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, now I'm doing it straight from memory of when it came out.
Yep.
You're on the couch watching the video on the screen.
Yeah.
I thought that was really well, like cinematically, like telling the story.
Yep.
I thought that was really well done.
You know, thank you. Do you know what's funny about that too? Is like for how like benign of like an actual piece of that video it actually played. I searched high and low to literally find the same television I had when I was a kid. And I watched that happen. It was one of those old, big, clunky pieces of like trash, you know, that weigh like 200 pounds. Like, you know, it's like a fucking wall unit damn near with a little screen on it, like this big, a little glass screen.
Was it wood panels?
The wood panels and the speakers. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah.
We were talking about that recently, the idea that like you used to look down at the floor for the TV. Now everybody's TV is kind of like up here, but you used to be down on the floor.
Looking down, yes, exactly. And I specifically found the TV that I had as a kid, and then we just used literally the top of like the only view of the TV you really had in the video was just like the behind the TV top view. Yeah. So it was like I could have used like a shelf.
Yeah, you found the TV.
You know what
and it wasn't
I found
necessary.
it. We went and picked the thing up out of a storage unit. Like we like the night before we went through like all these lengths, and then like when the video was like done, it was like
a flash.
We could have used a shelf. We could have literally used like a removable like shelf panel.
That's commitment to the whole thing.
It was very committed. And
that turned into. What would you say was the number one reaction from that?
I think for the most part, like nobody's reaction to the promotion, the reaction was like, yeah, it was like people were ready to like throw me over the edge of a cliff. I think I'd done enough work in the hip hop community over the years where like people were just like, what is he doing? You know what I mean? Like maybe the drugs finally got to him. You know what I mean? Maybe he's really just been drinking too much. Like I don't know what's up with this guy. But when it came out, 95% of people were like, okay, I get it. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And it was like a well thought out concept to it. It wasn't like it was just this is what I'm going to put as the YouTube description title to get your clicks. There was a
it was well conceptualized. Yeah. It was we put like 2 years into putting that record together.
Wow.
Yeah, like from proof of concept to like actually writing it, then to producing it. Yeah, it was probably about 2 years, it was a beautiful thing because it allowed us to roll the record out for 2 years. Mm-hmm. You know, like I remember the first time I made a post saying, I said something stupid like I am Tupac now, or like something's dumb, right? And like, you know, trigger people, right?
Sure.
But like little did people know that was like the initial rollout piece of this thing that we knew we were doing.
Yeah, and it wasn't just for the day.
Yeah, no. And then as time goes on, I keep posting pictures with my bandanas tied to the front and, you know, claiming I'm Tupac. And people are like, yo, what is up with this guy, man? Yo, Maloney's losing his damn mind. You know? But meanwhile, everything else I'm still doing has its integrity to it. So I think it was very confusing for me. I think, like, I remember, like, man, I had people unfollow me. I had people unfriend me. I had people, you know what I mean? I had all that stuff, you know? Yeah. People are like, I don't appreciate what you're doing, disrespecting the legend's name. And you know what's funny is a lot of, like, middle-class white people who were the most offended by any of it, even when the video dropped. It's like middle class white people. It's like the last people on earth who should have any, like, you know, audacity to give about it are the people who have the loudest voices and giving it, you know, which is crazy to me. Mm-hmm. And it's kind of like a good social experiment too, right? Like I like doing that. I like using social media and using your following to kind of like as kind of social experiments, you know what I mean? Like seeing like what makes people tick, what kind of people are getting, you know what I mean?
Yeah, how do I get you to actually look at this thing I'm trying to promote too, right?
Well,
like
not
how do I
only
get you to
that,
care, like?
but like the reverse side, right? Like when you're in this thing and you start to like do things and you make little moves or whatever, like you get a lot of fair weather friends, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's very hard to, when everything's positivity and everything's just like about what the next move is, everything's about, you know, succeeding, and it's kind of hard to weed out who really has your best interest and doesn't. Mm-hmm. But if you start telling the world that you're Tupac Shakur, you start to see where people's heads are at. You start to see who really trusts your integrity and like who trusts where your head at and what, you know, is going to give you benefit of the doubt, and who's like waiting for you to crumble and fall.
Yeah. Who's sending you that DM to be like, you good? Or who's just like unfollowing you and not?
Yeah, or not even unfollowing you, but like, you know, like waiting for your downfall. Like salivating for it, you know what I mean? Like a nice bucket on a summer day, you know?
Watching like you can't, like car crash. They're like, oh, yeah, is it gonna happen?
Exactly, right? You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Your car crash be on the other side of the highway, and yet traffic still slows down because everybody wants to stop and watch it, right? And that's what and that's kind of, you know, was kind of the beauty of the whole thing. It's honestly the inspiration behind the whole song comes from that type of a sentiment. I mean, we don't gotta get all into that, but I mean, shout out to Kenzo Ferrari. We'll just say that.
Shout out Kenzo Ferrari. I don't think I know that. I'm going to do Google.
You don't need to. It's not important.
Did the real white Tupac, would he sue you or a cease and desist, or what was the line?
Man, I don't even know. Like, the things that followed it, it was just like, bro, it's like lightning in a bottle. You can't recapture certain things. You know what I mean? Like, you can't even hope for certain things. Like, once Benzino started, like, making videos, you know, my boy S from Mississauga, he hit me and be like, dog, I have to ask, like, did you like set this all up? I'm like, bro, I promise you none of it. Like, this is just, he's like, this is the best promotion you could ever ask for. I'm like, tell me about it, man. Like, I didn't even know there was a dude who actually thought he was the white Tupac. No. Yeah. But like, now we have beef. Awesome.
Yeah, great. He's posting about me.
I love this. This is lovely. Like,
go watch the video.
Right? You know, like it's you know, you can't pay for certain things, man. You know, it's just it's a beautiful course of the inevitable.
Free promotion.
Right?
What's the, I don't know if it's always true, no publicity is bad publicity. What's that?
Oh, bad publicity. Any all
publicity is good publicity?
Yeah, all publicity is good publicity, yeah.
Now, when I was getting ready for this interview, I'm talking about, you're coming out, talk about the white Tupac video. Somebody who I know who's my hip hop historian, they said ask him some Tupac questions.
Okay.
So they gave me a couple Tupac questions.
I love this.
Are you ready?
This 100%.
Do you spell your name with the number 2 or TU?
Well, it would depend if you're talking about my government name or if you're talking about my artist name.
I think they were talking about white Tupac.
White Tupac would be the 2.
The number 2 or the TU?
The number 2.
The number 2.
Yeah.
What's the name of Tupac's second album?
Strictly from my NIGGAZ.
Blind ranking. Who killed Tupac? Ready? I'm gonna give you options. You put them in order of who you think. We got 6 slots. Okay.
Okay.
Diddy. What slot? 1 to 6.
Well,
6 being.
It depends which story you believe, but if we're gonna go with the more commonly practiced current story right now, and you know we're all throwing the baby oil out of our closets right now, then I'll put Diddy first. But I mean, Keefy D, Orlando. I mean. It depends who you're going with, right? Mm-hmm. But all right, let's just put Diddy first because
Suge Knight.
I mean, see, this is where this becomes a tough story because you go back 17 years and people might actually believe that Suge was the one who ordered the hits based off that Biggie and Tupac documentary. So. But, I mean, if we're going to go with, like, current information, like, if we're going to go with the Keefy D story, which, I mean, he's the first person to ever really actually get arrested in this. So let's just say the law is correct, even though we know that it's not.
It took a couple years to arrest him, even though he admitted it a couple years ago.
Yeah, because he had that stupid,
the documentary came out.
Yeah, but he had that stupid agreement, what do you call that? Anyways.
Yeah.
I'm so obsessive over words, I'll sit here and not talk the rest of the interview trying to think of it, so forget it. Let's just put Suge at the bottom of the list because we're going to base everybody can have an opinion. Opinions are like buckets. Not everybody has one with 2 holes in it, but I suggest that you get one. You know, let's just act like the government, the law,
CIA,
they get it right. So let's say the Keefe D story is the correct story, then we're going to have to put P. Diddy first on the list, and we're going to have to put Suge Knight at the bottom.
Or is he alive in Cuba?
No. Definitely not.
Do you wash your chicken?
No, but I can season it.
That's a separate question. That's what I'm asking every question. The Tupac questions are over. That's a separate. You said you had a lot of Hamilton cameos in this video coming out tomorrow.
There is. Shout out to my Steel City people.
Mills Girls.
Yeah.
Go on.
I thought maybe you were about to Nardwuar me.
I don't have the list.
I thought you were about to Nardwuar me.
You said them before the interview, and I'm rolling us back in.
Okay, so we got Mills Girls. Salute to my man Mills Girls, and he actually produced the next single. So
shout out Mills Girls.
So this video that's gonna drop, right? Mm-hmm. Like, I guess first, shout out to my man McCabe. He's in the video. Chantel Rodden, she's in the video. Mills' wife, he's in the video. Am I missing anybody from Steel City? I feel like I am. I feel like I'm doing a disservice here. Well, Burns isn't in this one, but shout out to my man Burns. He's like the reason why, I even have such a love for Hamilton the way that I do, man. I've been rocking with Burns since good decade plus, man. That's my guy.
Shout out Burns.
We got Bugs is in it, but he's more like a watered down boy. He wouldn't, you guys wouldn't claim him, and he wouldn't claim you guys, but you guys' area codes is the same. Like
Bugs?
Yeah.
As in
Focus Fire Studios. So he's in there. Yeah, and then I think because we shot the video between both. We shot it on the mountain here, and then we shot it also in Brantford. We kind of split it up. So I got cameos from people in both.
All over the city.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool, actually. But the thing I did want to mention on that, though, is that, like, after the Pac joint, it's kind of like everything has to have a deep purpose now, right? Like, everything has to be exciting. Like, you can't just, like, rap in front of a brick wall anymore.
Yeah, you didn't want to just next single.
Yeah, like you kind of
traction to it, right?
Well, yeah, you've kind of upped the ante at this point, right? So like everything has to. So basically, the video dropping tomorrow, the Bohemian Bucket video, it is the first of like a mini series, basically. So it's there's like basically a story outside of the story.
Yeah,
if you get what I mean. So there's like a connecting. It's kind of like one long music video with multiple. It's like one long
music. They can make a through line. Videos
like, did you ever like? How old are you? Not to put your age up.
28.
28. So in the 90s, like, did you ever watch like Michael Jackson's Moonwalker, like Prince Purple Rain?
Yeah,
like,
I've seen it all.
Okay, so you've seen like the musical movies.
Yeah.
Where kind of it's like
story outside
it's a storyboard,
song,
but yeah, it's a story outside of all the songs, but then there's the songs fit into pieces of the story.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what we're doing here. So this is the first installment of kind of like this overall piece. You know what I mean?
That's interesting.
So yeah, that's kind of
people interested in the next one. They want to see the next part, and it kind of
exactly. Yeah. So we filmed like the outer piece the day that we filmed this video, and then all the other videos are kind of storyboarded to fit into this other story, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. I like that.
Yeah, so that's
some more depth to it.
Exactly, right? And I mean, you go from a joint like White Tupac, which the song gives you more than enough to do with the video. Everything's there for you. Then you do a song like this. Like, I'll just be honest with you. The song that's dropping tomorrow is just 2.5 minutes of bars. There's no concept.
Like
There's
that.
no. It's just the reason.
Raps.
I can tell you why we even got the song name. Because it sounds absolutely ridiculous. Like what the heck is what is a Bohemian Bucket?
How did you get Bohemian Bucket?
Well, so Mos Def. Yeah. I don't know if you remember back in the spring, he went on a interview and
I remember the beef. He said Drake's like Target.
Yeah. It's like good shopping music, right? And so we love hip hop. Salute to my man Friday, my man Dusty Wallace. They were talking about it on their podcast, and they're just talking about Mos Def's thing, whatever. And Drake went on their clip they posted on Instagram and said Bohemian Bucket, like calling Mos Def a Bohemian Bucket because Friday was telling a story about like how Mos Def back in the early 2000s he came to Toronto and married a shorty for a weekend when he was all out of his mind on EBOs. I think that's the best way I could put it live on air without triggering something. If you're from the 2000s, you know what that means. And he like married a girl and was like out of his mind for a weekend and then went home and had to get like a divorce and stuff. And Friday told the story, and then Drake commented on it saying Bohemian Bucket. Yeah. And then there was like this kind of like weird tension between Mos Def and Drake for like a week or something before Kendrick absolutely before the whole world began. Before the hip hop world really got changed. But ironically, this song I had and I didn't have a name for it. And the last few bars of the song are when I'm rapping, the people caught in my sonic range hear it, and now most of them deaf like they was Yasiin Bey. I'm not one of the 100 million that follow Drake, but mommy, you could pop the champagne, Poppy is on the way. Because the whole verse is like 2.5 minutes, the same rhyme scheme, right? Like the first bar is not accepting apologies, let Nirvana play, right? So it's 2.5 minutes, the same rhyme scheme.
Builds up to that.
So those are the last bars, and I'm like, I reference Mos Def and then Drake right after it. I'm like, okay, so this is my angle. Yeah. This is what we go with.
Ties it together.
This is something. I had nothing else to call the song, man. It's just bars. Yeah. Bars over a beat. You know what I mean? What was I going to call it? Nirvana? I don't know. Maybe I would have went with that. But then this happened. I'm like, perfect.
Yeah, this is the name.
I was going to call it Yasiin Drake. And then after doing a song called White Tupac, I was like, yeah, I'm mixing two like rappers' names. Black rappers' names.
Yeah, leave the rapper name.
Yeah, I was like, it might be like a little cringy, to go with that route.
Double
so I was like,
trigger them.
Bohemian Bucket, perfect. You know what I mean?
It's got the same like intrigue to people. Like, what is that? What does that mean? Exactly. Who's your favorite MC from Hamilton?
Well, probably Boris.
Done. What's your favorite kind?
It's not Boris.
I'm sorry, Boris.
I am also sorry. No, it's because he's weird, man. He'll accept your friend request and then unfriend you randomly 3 weeks later, and I don't know. It's just I think he could appreciate the inside joke because he has to know that that's weird behavior. I would probably say. That's a hard question, man. What are we ranking it on? Humanality,
your personal opinion.
To be honest, man, Rash Don was like, I wish he still rapped.
I was about to say, I'm not sure who that is.
He was like the dude. So he used to run Live and Direct. Okay. I don't know if he ran it, but he was Live and Direct. Sure. Before Jay Steele's, and he was also part of the High Cats and stuff. If we had to talk about who personally I'm tightest with, like are my homies, you know what I mean? Like Burns, Mitch from the High Cats. I don't know. I feel like if I don't mention somebody, then I'm leaving somebody out. You know what I mean? So
we'll let you know.
Salute to everybody. I'll just go with Boris.
We're gonna stick with Boris. What's your favorite kind of potato?
Definitely not sweet, because ain't sweet out here.
Sweet potatoes are soft.
I hate those things.
I do hate those.
They
don't get crispy. They don't get crunchy.
You could deep fry them.
Tastes like baby food.
Yeah, dog.
I don't want it.
They just soak up grease. They're horrendous.
What's your favorite day?
My favorite day?
Yeah.
Monday.
That's a good answer because the week gets going.
No, it's just because I
hate Garfield.
I'm just always purposely going to pick something that goes against the status quo. So
I love Mondays.
Yeah, I fucking love Mondays.
Glad you love Mondays. How does social media affect your life?
Social media? That is actually a good question.
Potatoes wasn't a good question? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, you know what? I've always wanted to express my hate for sweet potatoes. What do you think about potatoes? Really?
Down with the sweet potatoes.
That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about. Caitlin doesn't like sweet potatoes either. So, sound the alarm. All right.
How does that social media affect your life?
Social media, to me personally, I would like to say it doesn't, because I'm one of those people that says I only have it because I'm an artist and I need to promote myself. Yeah, I know. But then we find ourselves scrolling on our phone, sitting on the toilet for 35 minutes.
Your algorithm is like, that's got nothing to do with being an artist. What is happening here?
Exactly, right? So I mean, you go through my like Facebook, and it's like reels of like a true narcissist is. What am I really doing on here?
It watches. It knows what you're looking at.
I know, right? Yo, do you know what's funny? You'll have a conversation. Like the one day I'm having a conversation, like maybe like a month and a half ago, but like a shorty, and I was just like not even on my phone, like my friend that's at my house, and I was like saying how like she's like this or whatever, and like for literally weeks, it was just like how to assess and avoid of dismissing. And I'm like, yo, what is good? Like,
leave me alone.
Yeah, like yo, relax. This algorithm literally caused me to disassociate from this person in my life. And I don't even know if it was accurate. It was just...
Yeah, Zuckerberg made you do it.
Yeah, Zuckerberg. Yeah,
now, that's all the bad of it. What's the best thing you've seen on your phone in the last week, let's say?
A message saying they'd be here in 20 minutes.
Fair. Were they there in 20 minutes?
22.
Not too bad.
I'd say so. Yeah. Pretty good. Pretty good with traffic at this time, and T-Swift traffic.
T-Swift traffic is another level. 22 minutes. I've been trying to keep this show to 22 minutes. Remember Rick Mercer? This hour has 22 minutes.
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to do.
22 is my number, man. I was born on a 22nd.
Mine's 23, but it's
really,
I was born on the day.
So you're Jordan, though.
We'll give one. I
got to be Adam 22. Like I just watched my girl get pounded by.
He gets the buzz going to get some controversy. Following in the footsteps. Can you give me a "This is a Because Design Matters" exclusive?
We'll do two. This is a Because Design Matters exclusive.
Now with the bucket.
This is a Because Design Matters exclusive.
Now say your name. And then say, you've been watching Because Design Matters.
Say your name. You've been watching. Oh, sorry.
People butcher this one, so you're right on pace.
Okay. Say your name. Say it again.
You got it.
Say my name. Say my
who?
name.
I am who?
No
and you've been watching Because Design Matters.
Yo, it's your man MLNY, and you are watching Because Design Matters.
That's for the YouTubes. We got to do it for the YouTube.
Yeah, you got to do it for the YouTube. I like that you do it live for the YouTube, though. That's like mildly entertaining.
That's how you have to do it. Yeah, I kind of like that. It's funny because nobody gets it right.
Yeah, and the people like listening live on air. See, like this
and is they're like, fix it. They're like, fix the phrasing so it makes it easier. And I'm like, no.
See, like I
want it to be difficult. I don't cut it out of the YouTube either. That's
I like
part
that.
Of the
I
episode.
Like that. And that's actually even when we were like booking it, right? Because typically I would treat, when I was doing 6 Degrees, I would treat it like live radio, and then the content just followed. But I liked when we were booking it, because I was like, hey, I'm actually busy that Thursday, could we do the following? You're like, well, I like to do it before the drop because of this, and this, so hit me up on the next single if it doesn't work. And I'm like, damn. I'm like, no, but I like it because your commitment is actually to the content. You recognize that like the pay is very, very good.
Super good at the radio.
Doing the type of radio here that we do.
I call it by the number, not the name.
Yeah, right? Exactly. Like we're caking in experience. But I like though how like you look at it for what it is. You look at the opportunity for what it is, but you're like, well, this is more important.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like, on the internet.
My angle of it is more important, so let's dictate it around that. And that I dug that and respected that, and that's why I'm like, okay, dope. All right, let me see. I'll move my stuff around.
I appreciate you moving around. I appreciate you making it out of here. And I always feel bad when I'm being a hard ass writing that.
No, I like it.
I appreciate you making it work.
No, I like that though, because it shows like that. We are in a weird era where, you know, terrestrial radio, the way of doing things that we grew up on. Like it or not, they are dying, and they're not.
Traditional media is not doing as well as it once was.
And I can't necessarily say I'm a super fan of like social media either, right? Like I do not like the idea of Mike Tyson losing to Jake Paul. Like what?
Yeah, it wasn't good. Did you watch it?
No,
it was a tough watch.
The next morning I watched like the gag reel basically of it, you know, like just like the highlights, and I'm like, Well, this isn't Mike Tyson's not even trying. Anyway, I don't even want to talk about it because
I watched it and I fell asleep for the first 4 rounds, so I woke up when Mike was tired, and I was like, I gotta rewind this. I don't know what's happening, but this is not Mike Tyson.
And why was Mike Tyson live on television with assless chaps on? What is going on here? Like what
that part was insane.
What is going on?
Yeah, I don't know how they let that slide, but I guess that was to prove it was live. I believed it.
I feel like that had to have been scripted. Yeah. Mike Tyson would go chew that guy's ear off. Had that
That's why he was chewing the glove the whole time.
Right?
He said, I got a biting fixation.
That's like the best part of the whole thing. I swear to God. That is like the best part. I didn't even go watch the full fight. I just watched like the highlight.
Yeah, if you want to watch the fight, go watch that clip.
Yeah, that's the best. Like that's the Tyson. That's the Tyson I wanted to see show up.
That's the important part.
That's craziness, man. But that's the thing, man. Like this, the traditional way of media and the new way of media. We are in this weird world where they are forced to exist together, right? Like for a long time, traditional media looked at what was happening on the internet like
not important,
insignificant. You guys aren't real.
Yeah.
Until they started to take over in numbers and importance. Sure. Now it's like this weird amalgamate. Like
I watched somebody break down music videos the same way recently.
Yeah.
Because before, if you put a video on YouTube, it wasn't seen as a real music video. It had to be out on.
Interesting.
When YouTube first started, that wasn't considered a real music video. And then slowly, that's where music videos go.
Yep. No,
that's where you go to watch it.
That's actually interesting that you say that because the age that I was when I first started putting out music, YouTube was new. So that's always been the kind of platform for music videos.
Yeah.
And being a fan of like underground, especially back then, I was like one of those pretentious dudes. It's like, oh, mainstream rap is lame, and what I mean. Like, I mean, everything that if somebody listens to something, there's a quality to it, even if it's a horrible quality. But like
to pull something from whatever.
Yeah, I mean, there's something there, right?
And the marketing and however they got it to this point that I'm seeing it, they did something.
Exactly. You know what I mean? There's something. So it's actually kind of interesting to hear that because it is kind of true, but I guess I didn't exist through that
the transition of it.
I existed through it as a viewer, but like the stuff that I was into, you weren't seeing on TV anyways,
so you
right?
Didn't care that
so
they didn't
YouTube
see it
was like, even like I'm a huge fan of 90s hip hop.
Yeah.
Even though I wasn't old enough to actually catch it when it came out, that's what YouTube is beautiful for. Wow, all this
archived forever.
Archived forever.
Doesn't matter if much music's not playing it this week.
All the 90s, the 90s were all there. The stuff that like I never even knew existed.
Yeah.
So that's like what I spent early YouTube doing. So to me, YouTube was always a platform where it was real music videos.
And they were using that to explain the idea that like people need to let go of the long form music video idea to be like you can make short term music videos for social media.
Yeah.
And it's just people right now going, oh, that doesn't count as a music video, but it's just that transition phase,
you know what?
right?
And that's actually interesting too, because like as somebody like I do content that is solely for social media, and like shout out to CapCut. What a beautiful app that is, eh?
I love CapCut.
Oh, come on, man, come on. It's the best kept secret until it wasn't a secret anymore.
Captions, the whole bit.
Oh my God, it's beautiful. But yeah, like even with like CapCut, right? It's like like it's. I literally will film like quote unquote music videos that are just for social media. But even just as of recently, I'm like, before I need to clear space on my phone and delete this thing forever, make it a YouTube short too. Like, let's put it up on YouTube too. Why not?
You know what I mean? Use out of it.
There is no, like, there's kind of no rules anymore, man. And that's really, I think, creatively where I've been at this past year and a half is just forget rules. Like any of these rules that these preconceived notions and things that we taught ourselves as artists coming up in an industry that was very safeguarded and gate kept, none of this matters. And actually all you're doing is doing yourself a disservice by trying to adhere to rules that were set before you for a time that no longer exists.
Because the same way the person who's big now made it there is not the same way someone else. You know
exactly.
I mean?
No two people have the same path.
Day, so it's just like you can pull from it. Try something new.
Yeah, well,
don't
exactly.
Do the same old.
Exactly, right? And that's why, I think the best thing you can do is just, this is the other thing too. I think a lot of times, especially in hip hop, people take themselves way too serious, especially people that are like 30 plus.
Sure.
They come from a generation where everything had to be serious and you're too cool for school. And it's like, that's not how the internet works, first off. Yeah. So you're not... If you're going to like make this great music and just like post the link once because you're too cool to post it twice or
Nobody
like
cares.
Well, I don't care.
Yeah, you're not
like,
gonna give his attention.
I don't give a Like if I scroll my Facebook and you're like, new single out. Do you know what I can't stand when someone drops something to be like, new tune out, run it up. I'm like, well, now that you're telling me what to do,
and they DM'd you with it. They said, please do it.
I'm gonna like turn off notifications for your post for a month.
Comment and
like don't tell me what to do, bro. Like.
It's like, do you like the things you like, or do you like the way they gave it to you?
Or make it engaging. You know what I mean? Make it interesting, right?
That delivery goes a long way.
Do you know what's interesting?
A bucket.
This is interesting.
This hour has 23 minutes. I appreciate you coming out.
I appreciate
We're going to do this
you
again. The same way as I said, tell me next time. Still tell me next time, and then come back out.
I would love to do
that. We'll do it again. Appreciate you coming. We will.
Thank you.
Until next time. We have Cinco coming up next.
Yo, it's your man MLNY, and you are watching Because Design Matters.